The fish farm produces some amounts of experience, enough food, so fish, and treasure. It can be used AFK or with an auto clicker. To build this farm, these are the items that you'll need. Then you want to dig out 2 blocks, something like this, and place a chest with a hopper at the side. Now place a fence with a pressure plate on top, right on top of the hopper. Then grab yourself some redstone and a block, place the block right there, and the redstone on top. Now dig out this block and place a piston instead. After doing this, you want to place a block behind the fence with a chest on top. Then go around and place a sign at both sides of this chest, and everything should look like this. Now place 1 more block right there with 2 node blocks on top. Then go behind the chest and place a block and 2 more blocks right here and right there. Then you can grab your buckets and you want to place the bucket with the quad right there, and then you want to waterlog the chest with your bucket of water. Now everything is done. To use the farm, grab yourself the fishing rod, and then you want to go right on top of the piston. You can take some blocks so that you are in the right position when you get in the corner, and then you can start with fishing. To do this, point your fishing rod towards the sign, something like this, and then click steady, and then you'll be able to fish some fish. All your loot will be in this chest. This is the best iron farm you can get, delivering around 420 iron ingots an hour. It's fully AFK and even works when you are in a 100 block radius. I recommend having more than 100 blocks between the farm and the nearest village. These are all the items that you will need for the farm. You will have to take 20 beds. The first thing to do is to dig out a 2x2x4 hole. Then you want to dig out 2 more blocks right there, and you want to place a double chest instead. Now place 4 hoppers at this height, and then you want to make sure that all are linking towards the chest. Next step is to place 2 signs at this side and 2 more at the other side, so you placed 4. Now place lava right on top. Outgoing from the hole, you want to count down 10 blocks in one direction and place a block at the 11th. Then you want to repeat the same thing at all 3 other sides. Now you want to connect all of them to a full square. And after you've done this, place a second layer on top. Then place a layer out of leaves. Now you want to come to one side and you want to place a row out of blocks and a second in front. Then repeat the same thing at the other side. Now what you want to do is to grab your water buckets and create an infinite source of water using 2. Then place a row out of water right there. And repeat the same thing at the other side. Now there are still some blocks without water left. Place 4 blocks right there and 2 at these both sides. And then place water on top of these 2 blocks and destroy the 4 right there. And then if you've done this, repeat the same thing at the opposite side as well. Now for the storage system, I placed the chest into this direction. So you want to dig out a tunnel at this side as well. To do this, go down 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks and dig out a tunnel that is 2x2 towards your chest. At the end of the tunnel, you want to dig out these 2 blocks and you want to replace them with glass. At the other side, you want to place ladders so that you can easily access this spot. Now you want to go to the middle hole and then you want to count down 1, 2 blocks and stack up 3. After doing this, you want to build a 6x6 platform outgoing from this block. And then everything should look like this. Now you want to place all your beds. You should place 18 beds. And then place 2 more blocks at the side with a bed on top. And you want to go to the other side and repeat the same thing so that you have 20 beds in total. Then we want to destroy all the blocks that are below the beds. We don't need them anymore. And now you just want to build a cage. I did this by placing a 4x4 glass platform and then I surrounded them with some working stations. After doing this, I placed 4 more working stations, so I have 20 working stations in total for the 20 villages. Then I filled up the rest with some glass blocks. Now you just need to carry 20 villagers to the spot and then your farm is fully finished. As you can see, our first iron golem spawned and everything's fine. To get all your loot, you just have to go down right here, then you can collect it in the chest. I think I don't have to mention why you need a wood farm, right? So here's a simple yet very helpful design which fits all tree sizes. To get that high, I personally prefer using scaffoldings. These are all the items that you'll need to build the whole farm. The first thing to do is to build a 15 by 15 square. Then you want to come to one corner, place 4 blocks like this, and place a water right there, and do the same thing at all 3 other corners as well. Now grab some water, leave out this block, and then place water all the side along. And again you want to repeat the same thing at all 3 other sides. Now come to the middle and dig down 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks, place a sign at the top block of the hole and one more sign on top of that sign. Then drop down and then you want to dig out a tunnel 8 blocks long. At the last block you want to dig up and then you can easily place some ladders so they can access this spot. At the other end you want to first place a sign right here and then place water so it flows until the sign. Then place a double chest and after this a hopper in front instead of the block below the sign so that you can collect all the items. Then go up again and go to your middle sign where you want to place a block of dirt on top and 3 more blocks of dirt around. The last thing to do is to place a ladder right here, then go to the side and stack up around 30 scaffoldings to access all the trees. For the high jungle trees I built a platform at the height 30, for the normal oak and birch ones at the height 10, and for the spruce ones I built a platform at Y20. Then, to use the farm you just want to come to the platform, you want to place the sapling that you want, in this case I did this with jungle saplings, then bone meal them so the tree grows, and then you can dig and collect all the wood using the scaffolding and the platforms you built before, and then you just have to take your axe and break all the wood. Sugarcane is a very important resource. It's required to get your first full enchanter early game, and also you can trade paper for emeralds. This design is small and cheap. These are all the items that you need to build the farm. The more bone meal you take, the more sugarcane you'll get later. The first thing to do when you want to build the farm is to dig out 1 block like this and place a chest instead. Then dig out another block and place a hopper right there. After doing this, waterlog the hopper and then place the dispenser in this spot. Next, place 1 block right there and 2 pistons pointing in the same direction on top. Now, place 2 blocks on top of the dispenser, some blocks right there, 3 more blocks here, and 3 more blocks at the other side as well, and 3 more blocks as a roof. Then you want to grab your sugarcane, place it in the middle on the dirt block, and then place glass panes like this. Next, go behind your farm, and then we want to add 4 blocks in this shape, and after doing this you want to dig out the middle one. Then place a redstone repeater facing into this direction and a redstone torch here. Now grab a redstone dust, place it right there. This should create a clock. Place a lever, flick it off. Then place 1 more block. You want to place 2 more redstone repeaters like this with a redstone dust in front. And then click both once so that you have both on 2 ticks. Now you want to put in all your bone meal you want to spend, then flick on the lever and start the farm. You can see if it works if the piston harvests all the sugarcane that grows, and then you can take out all your sugarcane you want to collect in the chest. Last but definitely not least, the most requested and watched tutorial on my channel. An XP farm, for my definition the best early game one. This will be a brief showcase, a full tutorial is on my channel. So, let's see how much we get. I used this farm with a looting 3 sword for the max gold, but this is especially for experience. So let's flick on the farm, and then I just have to hit the zombie pigman and kill them. You can use this with an automatic trident killer if you want to. As you can see, all the experience will get into my inventory, and this is super fast. How the farm works is very simple. We got a full-size portal with an on and off switch, and this creates all the zombie pigmen that will drop down into the kill chamber where you'll get all the experience.